Hello and welcome back to Cars of Glasgow, and today we're going to take a look at the 2020 Nissan Juke, so stay tuned for this video. The Nissan Juke was a pioneer when it was launched over 9 years ago. It packed attitude with its out-there styling, shrunk into a supermini length span. It has the altitude of a crossover, and it sold like crazy, especially at the start. The first Juke was more about style, and it was very impractical without being sporty. In recent years, most manufacturers have launched a small crossover into this market, and they've all been Juke rivals. However, this is the new one to compete with the competition. The first Juke was a little bit cramped. At the hunched driving position, the back seat was cramped and the boot was very small. New ones are much bigger inside, grown-ups can fit in the back, the boot is larger, and you get a decent sized aperture to load things into the boot. So underneath, the 2020 Juke shares much of its platform with the Nissan Micra and Renault Clio, and it's built in Sunderland, England. There is only one engine currently, and it's a 3-cylinder petrol, and it drives the front wheels. It's essentially a tall car. There's no 4-wheel drive or diesel option, and there's no GUI CVT auto box. Instead, there's a DCT transmission. So the Nissan Juke competes with cars such as the Volkswagen T-Cross, the Peugeot 2008, the Renault Captur, and Volkswagen Mocha. So if we start off with the front of the car, we've got Nissan Juke traditional big circular main headlights, which are in the bumpers there. They've got quite a cool Y shape looking to them in this generation. We've also got a thin strip above that for your daytime running lights. We've got Nissan's new giant grille, and we've got new little design flares at the bottom of the bumper. Finish in this particular car, it's finished in black. If we move around to the side of the car, we've got large attractive alloy wheels. It's got the two-tone with the diamond cut, and around the wheel arches we've got the plastic to give it that crossover feel. This particular car also looks like a two-door, but it shares that sneaky trick with the Renault Clio with having the handle for the back door. So we've got nice shoulder lines from the side of the car, and if you get it in a nice metallic paint, that will really show off the creases. Styling on the rear is a lot more boxy in comparison to the previous Juke. I quite like this generation. We've got a nice spoil at the top. This particular car's finished in the two-tone paint, so it gives you the floating roof design feel. We've got new redesigned tail lights, and we've also got the protruding, almost like a second spoiler with the Nissan badges above the registration plate. Overall, there's no getting away, this looks like a Juke, and I think Nissan have done a really good job for the styling of this car. The foot in the brake. The car has a cool animation upon startup. So in the instrument gauge of the new Juke, we've got a blend of analog gauges in the exterior with a small digital dial in the middle there. If you use the button on the left hand side of the steering wheel here, you can cycle through the sub-menus like your miles per gallon, your trip computers, and your wee compass stroke sat nav if you've got that programmed in for destination. So this particular car is getting 32.4 miles per gallon. The car was delivered today and we've managed to do 81 miles on the odometer so far. The steering wheel as well is nice leather wrapped. We've got a little bit silver trim down here, you can put your fingers through it. So on the right hand side here you've got your cruise control system and your voice for your telephone. And on the left there you've got your volume control and fast forward to skip your songs. On the stalks you've got your light control, so you can rotate that up and down for full beam or all the way to auto. And then this secondary one actually is a wee sneaky switch. As you can see, it pops up to get the fogs on. You can rotate that again and the fogs go off. So the interior of the car, the dash is a mix of plastic. We've got some leather wrap on the top there. We've got a nice Alcantara spongy material going across the whole of the dash. I quite like how the air vents are circular. You've got 3 in the centre there, and you've got one at each at the passenger side and the driver's side. You can rotate, turn on and off. Got a nice blend of materials on the door, so we've got plastic at the top. We've got Alcantara with the white stitching there. We've got some nice mood lighting. And then down here you've got your automatic window switches and your mirror controls and your door locks. So in the centre here we've got Nissan's latest Nissan Connect system. It is a touchscreen. It does have Apple CarPlay down here. Menu, you've got certain things like your audio info, there's your sat nav, wait fast to respond, got your volume knob, and then down here you've got your air vents as I mentioned before, right click to turn on and off. Down here you've got your heated seats, your climate control, nice and easy to find the dial so you can go all the way red for hot, blue for cold. We've got fan speed on the right hand side here, your rear defrost, electric front window which is handy in the winter's day. Down here we've got a USB port for your phone, and a USB cradle to hold your iPhone and your other phone. Down here's all nice Alcantara material, we've got the white stitching again, and we've got mood lighting around the gear shifter. You put your foot in the brake and you can put all the way down for drive, up for neutral and there for reverse, and then your cameras all pull up. This particular car is fitted with the front surround view camera, so you've got 360 view camera on the left hand side here, and on the right hand side you've got your backup camera which is directionally lines. Down here we've got your driving mode, so you can push that down once for eco mode, up for standard and up again for sports, and it all comes up on the dash, it's red for sports mode. And you've got your parking brakes electronic, and you've got an auto hold button, which means if you come to lights or something like that, it will hold the brake, and then you just put off the gas, or foot next to gas and foot off the brake, and that will engage and disengage. This particular car is fitted with the extra Bose speakers in the headrest, which gives you that extra bit of sound in the bass when you're driving around. I quite like the fact they've got that little gloss black trim there, and you can put your hand through, and it gives you a bit of visibility as well, something a bit cool for the one-piece seat design. The seats themselves are leather wrapped on the inside, and then we've got Alcantara trim just there on the side there, which is quite nice and soft to touch. Quite well bolstered and they're very comfortable. Nice and soft and spongy, which you'd expect for a crossover car. The view out is decent, you've got nice thin A-pillars. We've got nice big wing mirrors there, so the view out and you can see your blind spot nice and easy. This particular car is finished with a blind spot warning, as you can see you've got a little warning triangle there in the corner. Down here we've got nice deep door bins that can hold a bottle. Got nice big deep cup holders here, there's two of them. They've got lined with the rubber at the bottom there to help prevent stuff flapping around. The car has got keyless entry and keyless go. And there's your push button start. So down here we've got the glove box. Quite nice and deep. You can see inside it the logbook. Up here you've got your lights, you can dim and turn on and off. We've got nice large sunshades with LED lighting for the vanity mirror. So being 2020 Juke, you get an app for the phone so you can lock and unlock your car. Lights, you can do horn and lights in case you lose your car in a car park. There we go. So in the app front you got your, it tells you the car you've got, the odometer reading, and if you're having the monitoring on or off, and then you can lock and unlock the car at a touch of a button via an app, which is quite cool. So this particular car is the 1 litre automatic, and it gets from 0 to 60 in 11.1 seconds. It produces 110 grams of CO2, and it achieves claimed 58 miles to a gallon with a brake horsepower of 117. Prices start at just over £14,900 for the base Nissan Juke, and increase all the way to £25,000 for the top of the range trim level. However, high-end Jukes such as this one comes with a good suite of driver aids. This includes things like adaptive cruise control, blind spot, intervention on the motorway, surround view cameras for the city, and if the Autobox is fitted like this one, you get Pro Pilot that allows you to follow to stop cruise control with lane steering, and the steering assist also works quite smooth. So out on the road, the 1 litre 3-cylinder engine that powering the Juke feels a little bit inadequate. With the auto, it's 11.1 seconds to 60. It's one of the slowest cars I've actually driven in recent years. But however, the automatic gearbox is smooth and it shifts smartly. The suspension is moderate to firm, and it's fine for the classic car of a small compact, a crossover. However, the steering is very superficial and very light. And the 3-cylinder engine does provide little shakes throughout the car, especially when you're at idle, so you can feel the cabin and the seats shake. Just something to bear in mind when you're looking at this car in comparison to a 4-cylinder. So to conclude, the Nissan Juke looks distinctive, as the second generation has a much better interior, and it's quite easy to drive. Some of the negatives for the car is the hatchbacks that it's based on are cheaper and handle better. And the second generation Juke is rather expensive. In comparison, you could get a premium hatchback for the price. So thanks very much for watching Cars of Glasgow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video of the Nissan Juke. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Cars of Glasgow below. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!